Welcome to Nature Walk, the podcast that takes you on a journey through the wonders of the natural world. I'm your host, David, and I'm delighted to have you join me today as we explore some of the most fascinating stories from the world of conservation, ecology, and wildlife. As we begin our walk, let's take a step into the vast expanse of the Atlantic Ocean, where a remarkable story of conservation is unfolding. Off the coast of Central Africa lies the island nation of São Tomé and Príncipe, a place of breathtaking beauty and incredible biodiversity. This archipelago, with its lush forests, towering volcanic peaks, and pristine beaches, is home to a rich array of marine life, including turtles, rays, sharks, and an astonishing variety of fish. However, the marine ecosystems around São Tomé and Príncipe have been facing significant challenges in recent years. Overfishing, coastal erosion, and climate change have all taken their toll on the delicate balance of the ocean's ecosystem. But today, we're going to talk about a beacon of hope for this incredible place. The government of São Tomé and Príncipe has announced plans to establish a network of marine protected areas covering approximately 93 square kilometers of ocean around the islands. This initiative is the result of years of collaboration between local communities, conservation organizations, and the government, working together to identify areas of high conservation value and define the boundaries of these protected zones. The new marine protected areas will include restricted zones where fishing and other human activities will be prohibited, as well as sustainable use zones that will allow artisanal fishers to continue their traditional practices in a responsible and environmentally friendly way. The impact of this initiative could be profound. By providing a safe haven for marine life to feed, breed, and recover, these protected areas have the potential to replenish depleted fish stocks, protect endangered species, and support the livelihoods of local communities who depend on the ocean for their survival. As Olga de Souza, a fisherwoman from São Tomé, so eloquently put it, a marine protected area will increase the fish, make fishermen spend less fuel, and the fishermen will have more fish to fish close to the coast. As we continue our walk through the natural world, we'll be exploring more stories like this one, where human ingenuity and determination are coming together to protect the planet's most precious resources. We'll delve into the latest research on climate change, explore the fascinating world of wildlife conservation, and meet the people who are working tirelessly to preserve the beauty and wonder of our natural world. We'll be right back with more fascinating stories from the natural world on Nature Walk. Welcome back to Nature Walk. I'm your host, David. As we continue our journey through the natural world, we find ourselves in Ireland, where a devastating ecological catastrophe has unfolded along the banks of the River Blackwater. This river, renowned for its trout and salmon populations, has been witness to a fish kill of unprecedented proportions. Pause for a brief moment. As we delve into the story, we're met with a grim picture. Anglers from local clubs, with over 200 years of combined experience, have never seen anything like this before. They've described the scene as a terrible sight, with fish suffering severe gill damage, essentially suffocating in the water. The sheer scale of the disaster is staggering, with 450 fish removed from the river in just 1 hour. Soft music plays in the background. The investigation into the cause of this ecological disaster is ongoing, but preliminary findings suggest that high levels of ammonia, often a result of industrial pollution, may be to blame. North Cork Creameries, a local cooperative, has been implicated in the pollution, with ammonia levels from their discharges exceeding statutory limits by as much as 52 times. However, the company maintains that it's entirely impossible for them to have caused the fish kill. Pause for emphasis. As we explore this story further, we're reminded of the importance of robust environmental regulations and enforcement. The Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, in Ireland has been criticised for its handling of the situation, with some questioning whether the agency is adequately resourced to tackle environmental risks and pollution. The EPA's mission is to protect the environment, but it seems that their efforts may be hindered by a lack of resources and skilled staff. Soft music continues to play. The River Blackwater, once a thriving ecosystem, now faces an uncertain future. The anglers who have dedicated their lives to preserving this river are left to wonder if the damage can be reversed. As we consider the implications of this ecological disaster, we're reminded of the delicate balance of our natural world and the importance of protecting it for future generations. Pause for a brief moment. As we conclude this segment of Nature Walk, we're left with more questions than answers. What will it take to restore the River Blackwater to its former glory? Can the EPA effectively regulate industrial pollution and protect the environment? These are questions that we'll continue to explore in future episodes. Soft music fades out. Stay tuned for our final story of the day, right here on Nature Walk. Welcome back to Nature Walk. I'm your host, David. As we conclude our journey today, I'd like to take you to a field in South Africa where a most unusual sight can be found, a sea of yellow wildflowers stretching as far as the eye can see. But this is no ordinary meadow. It's actually a pilot site for a revolutionary new approach to mining, one that uses plants rather than explosives to extract a critical mineral from the earth. The company behind this innovative technique is called Genomines, and they're using a type of daisy that's known as a hyperaccumulator. This remarkable plant has the ability to absorb nickel from the soil and store it in its stems and leaves at incredibly high concentrations. By harnessing the power of these plants, Genomines aims to create a sustainable and affordable supply of nickel, a metal that's essential for the production of batteries, electric vehicles, and stainless steel. Now, you might be wondering how this process works. Well, it's quite fascinating. The plants are genetically engineered to be larger and more efficient at absorbing nickel, allowing them to concentrate the metal in their biomass. This means that the company can harvest the plants, dry them, and then heat them to produce battery-grade nickel oxide. It's a remarkably efficient process that requires minimal infrastructure and energy, making it not only better for the environment, but also more cost-effective than traditional mining methods. The potential of this approach is vast. Genomines estimates that there are millions of hectares of land around the world that contain sufficient nickel to make this process viable. If all of this land were to be used, the company believes it could produce up to 14 times as much nickel as the traditional industry does today. And with the global demand for nickel expected to skyrocket in the coming years, this innovative approach couldn't have come at a more critical time. As we explore the natural world and all its wonders, it's heartening to see companies like Genomines pushing the boundaries of what's possible. By combining cutting-edge technology with the power of nature, they're creating a more sustainable future for us all. And that's a story worth sharing. That's all for today's Nature Walk. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, keep exploring your natural world.